guys, and welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. In today's Pick a Card Tarot reading, we are asking, what makes you special? What makes you unique? Why are you important? Why are you valuable? I think it's important that we kind of hear these messages sometimes because we can, of course, lose track of that. What makes us special? What makes us important? So that's the topic for today. Let's go ahead and get started. If you're new to Pick a Card Tarot readings, it's pretty simple. Just kind of clear your mind and then try to choose the pile that you feel most intuitively drawn to. And it's okay if you are drawn to more than one pile or even all three of them, especially in a reading like this, because there can be many things that make you special. So just choose whatever resonates with you. But anyway, let's get started. Today we have 3 groups to choose from. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. For group 1 today, we have a little piece of, I think it's called Angel Aura Quartz. For group 2, a rough piece of tourmaline that has some quartz inside of it. And for group 3 today, we have a polished coral. So as always, take as much time as you need to decide which group or groups that you feel most drawn to. When you're ready, please go ahead and click the corresponding timestamp in the description box below this video, and I will see you in just a second in your reading. Hi group 1, and welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for being here. You guys chose the Angel Aura Quartz today. So the topic for today's reading is what makes you special. So let's go ahead and just jump right in and get started. Let's start with your cards here. So from the Norse mythology, we have Garsemi and Hnos, which says treasure, beauty, and design. What a wonderful energy to start this with. And this card keeps coming up in all of my readings lately. But let's see, what it says about you, what makes you special, is part of it is your physical appearance, your beauty, your aesthetic. Okay, for some of you, you're very naturally physically beautiful, and that can come in a variety of ways, of course, but there's something about your beauty that really stands out. It's really unique, right? This is a reading about what makes you special, but there's also something about, the word I heard was aesthetic. So I want to not just say your clothing, there's something else about your appearance. It's something you deliberately do. I mean, this could be any number of things. It could be how you dress. It could be how you color your hair. I'm seeing piercings, maybe tattoos for some of you. But yeah, definitely something. It's like your appearance is artistic. Like your appearance is a work of art. So I do feel like it is something about what you deliberately do to your appearance that makes you special. And maybe we'll get some more detail on what that might be. But I'm seeing it's like deliberately different in some way. So there's something you do aesthetically that's deliberately different. And it really stands out. It really shows you, like who you are, like authentically. Okay, what else do we have here? We have, from the Herbal Astrology Oracle, we have number 38, which says cacao, initiation, Neptunian energy. So like this dreamy, floaty kind of energy. Some of you might be really creative on the mental plane, maybe really good at developing fantasy worlds. I'm kind of seeing maybe some of you are writers or artists in some way where you like develop entire worlds and characters, things like that. Doesn't have to be. Maybe some of you just do this in your own mind through your own fantasy. But I do feel like some of you are literally fantasy writers. Not obviously not for everybody here, but I'm also, let me see here. We have also from the Herbal Astrology Oracle, we have chamomile, number 9, which says inner peace. Some of you could be life path 9, life path 3, life path 8, master number 11 even for some of you. Some of you could be parents or mothers more specifically. And what makes you special is that you're a really good mother. You're really caring. Some of you might be, if you're a mother, you might be breaking negative ancestral patterns by doing, obviously, because you've done some sort of self-healing and you're not wanting to repeat some negative patterns maybe that your parents had. I feel like part of what makes you special is also an openness of your heart, freely loving. Some of you might live by the principles of love, loving people anyway, because you've learned some hard lessons where you've learned you've had to open your heart. I feel like another thing that makes you special, group one, is that you do flow freely in your feminine energy. Even if you are a male, this feminine energy, it's open, it's receptive, it's loving, it's nurturing, it's compassionate. And I feel like you freely give love, you freely nurture people. I feel like it's just part of your nature to be open and loving. I just heard setting your weapons down. So some of you might actually be a peacemaker, be really good at helping dissolve tense situations, helping people that are maybe fighting with each other to set their weapons down, set their differences aside, and come to some sort of mutual understanding, which I feel is really easy for you, group one, because being understanding and compassionate is part of your nature. And I feel like people feel that from your energy, and they kind of adopt that. They kind of absorb that compassionate, loving energy just by being around you. So I feel like it makes you a natural peacemaker. Some of you might even be drawn to careers where you're naturally a peacemaker, negotiator, something like that, where you can actually use these compassionate gifts and talents. Something specifically like marriage counseling, things like that, where you do have to kind of dissolve tension sometimes. Some of you might just find yourself doing that in situations among your family and among your friends. But let's see here. What else do we have? We have the butterfly. That's interesting because I keep being drawn to all the butterflies on this card. Like, there are so many, like, all over this card. So butterflies are obviously really important here. So butterflies can have a lot of meaning, and this deck has a specific meaning as well, but I'm actually picking up on free-spirited specifically. So I do feel like what makes you special is that you're a free spirit, and that you follow your heart. I don't feel like you are rebellious for the sake of rebelling and being contradictory. Some people might look at you as rebellious, but it's not actual rebellion. It's just free-spirited and wanting to live authentically to who you are. So you kind of just do what you do on your own terms, on your own time, because you know what's right and healthy for you, and you know what's right and healthy for the people that you love. Because butterflies, they fly freely in any direction they want, and they go towards what draws them. And I feel like you're very good at that, group one. You're very good at following your heart and following your intuition. And then we have, lastly, Salal, which says subdue. Calming. Yes, we have chamomile too. So those are two very calming herbs, and that kind of makes sense with what I was just saying a minute ago, right? Because I said you're a natural peacemaker. It's this calming energy. It's like your presence can calm tensions. Sometimes you don't even have to say something. It's just like being there. Your energy is so peaceful from the core of who you are, that it radiates to others around you. Even really negative, low vibrational people can feel some sort of uplifting and some sort of peace just by being around you. You have a very, very powerful energy, group one. I keep feeling like my camera is about to move, so sorry, I have to keep checking it. But, all right. Oh, I forgot you had runes too. Okay, so we have Iwas and Gimbo. easing tensions. It's what I just said, easing tensions. Also, you are a gift, like your presence itself is a gift. For some of you, that might be your presence on earth is a gift. But like you're meant to be a gift to earth because your vibration itself is so calming, so peaceful, almost angelic. Some of you might resonate with the term earth angel. I pretty much never use that term, so the fact that it came through must be pretty important to somebody. I feel like you're also perceived as very fair, very balanced, very stable. Some of you must have really old soul energy, like legitimately, like you have incarnated on earth many times and you've become pretty wise in terms of earthly matters. I feel like a lot of you are also very patient as well, as another term I'm hearing. But okay, I'm going to just pull. I have some qualities and traits right here, so I'm going to pull some of these and then we will move on to some tarot and see what other specifics we can get. So Spirit, tell us more about what makes group 1 special. Okay, that's probably enough. Oh, I love it. So loving. That's exactly what I've been saying. Open, receptive, feminine, loving, compassionate. You are all these things, and it's what makes you special. Yes, sensitive. Really sensitive, caring soul. Like, your heart is wide open, right? Because I feel like some of you have gone through, like, really bad pain. And maybe you've gone through periods where your heart is being like completely closed off. But I feel like you've healed it enough that you know how to keep it open. You're not afraid of getting hurt again because you know that being loving, nurturing, and in your feminine energy is really kind of the ultimate power here on earth. And I feel like a lot of people on earth are learning that, but it's like you are wise and maybe ahead of everybody else, and you kind of understand this, and you know that keeping your heart open is the key to healing both yourself, your loved ones, and the planet. So I feel like you're sensitive, and you're very sensitive to vibrations around you. Maybe we have positive. Yes, you're very positive as well. What do we have? We have thrifty. Okay, that's interesting energy. I feel like actually what that's getting at, what Spirit's trying to say with this one is you're not greedy. That's what I heard, and I don't think I have a trait that is like that in here, because what I'm hearing is not greedy, so I don't feel like you take a lot. This rune is about fair exchange, so you're not on earth trying to just take and take and take and take from others. You make it fair, you make it balanced, you give to yourself and you give to others in the same degree. Like there's not a greedy bone in your body, group 1. That's amazing. We have intuitive. Yes, so that goes along with the feminine energy that I've been picking up on. We have independent. And we also have individualistic. So that's interesting. Both of those came out. I think that goes back to this free-spirited butterfly energy that I was picking up on. I don't feel like you're fiercely independent or independent in a toxic way, because you do have this open heart. I feel like you know how to give to yourself and also overflow and give to others, which is really impressive, group 1, because not a lot of people can do that. That's a really tough lesson to learn. I feel like I personally am not even good at that. So it feels like what Spirit's wanting to say is that you've kind of mastered that, or some of you are in the process of mastering that, and that's what makes you special. Like that's a really rare thing to have mastered, to have learned. That takes a lot of hard lessons, and I feel like there's a lot of universal energies coming in to say that they're actually proud of you for that. Okay, so now let's actually get on into some actual tarot. So Spirit, can you tell us anything else? Anything else you'd like to add? What makes group 1 special? Okay, we have the Seven of Swords. I feel like you're not afraid of negative energies. You're not afraid of lies, betrayal, and deceit because you've already, we have the Nine of Cups, you've already been through that. You've already kind of learned these tough lessons and you've become so strong that it's like you're not afraid that anyone's going to hurt you or take advantage of you anymore, because you've already learned to identify negative patterns and negative people, and it feels like you've risen above that because you've raised your vibration, you've opened your heart, and it's like they can't affect you anymore. People can't manipulate you. I feel like you can see right through manipulation. And you're very secure in yourself. You're very secure in who you are. Let's see here. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So your heart is open and you're stable. I feel like there's some other little message here. Some of you might actually be dealing with, because this Two of Swords is interesting because this is a blocked energy. And everything else in this reading has been talking about how open you are. Some of you might specifically be dealing with a throat chakra blockage that you've been working to clear. And I feel like once you clear this, it's going to help you fly higher to an even higher level. Because it's almost, I'm sorry this is like so different from the rest of the reading. This is maybe a side message for one person, but I'm seeing like an anchor coming from your throat chakra that's holding you down, that's blocking you from flying higher. So if that's really resonating with you, or maybe some of you have been having some throat issues or know that you have a throat chakra blockage, you're really being called to focus on that right now. That's probably a side note maybe for just a few people. Let's see, anything else? What makes group 1 special? Seven of Wands. Yes, conflict resolution. And Three of Swords. There's almost this message here that to go in that direction, to go in the direction of your peaceful energy on this conflict resolution. When you feel totally healed, calm, and ready to move forward, I do feel like there's almost this message here that this is part of your purpose. To use that to ease tensions, to create peace. Part of your purpose on earth is to create peace. And I don't know why that's coming through, because this isn't a life purpose reading, but I guess, you know, if you think about it, like, what makes you special? Like, the special things about you, are the reasons you incarnate here, right? You incarnate with special things and gifts so you can use them in a certain way. So I feel like Spirit's wanting to say that this is part of your life purpose. If maybe some of you are feeling lost in terms of your life purpose, it's follow these special things about you, and specifically this ability to resolve conflict and create peace in tense situations. I feel like your life purpose is actually quite linked to that, so follow it. And it seems like one of the things that makes you special, group 1, is this fact that you are very, very good at following your heart. So that's important, that's amazing, and you are a very, very special group here, group 1. Thank you so much for being here and sharing this energy with me. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up. If not, feel free to give it a thumbs down. And if you're new here and you liked this reading and you like pick a card tarot readings in general and you like my vibe, please consider subscribing. You're very welcome here. Feel free to check out my other videos as well. I make a variety of pick a card tarot readings on this channel, which you can find categorized under the playlist tab on my channel page, so go check those out if you're interested. But anyway, just remember that no matter what question you're asking and no matter what answer any tarot reading gives you, the ultimate answer to any question in this universe is love. So just always keep that in mind. But anyway, thank you again for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye. Hi group 2, and welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for being here. You guys chose the rough piece of tourmaline for today's reading. So the topic for today's pick a card reading is what makes you special. So let's go ahead and jump in and get started. So firstly we have Earth, which is the present, And it came in reverse. Interesting. From the Herbal Astrology Oracle, we have number 55, which says Palo Santo, which says Guardian. We also have number 40, which says Ginseng and Magician. So right off the bat, we're getting highly intelligent, highly spiritually guarded and protected as well. Also very connected to your third eye. Some of you might resonate with having strong psychic or intuitive abilities. Specifically the ability to maybe predict the future or see into the future. I don't know if some of you actually have visions, premonitions sometimes. There's also this, maybe you have awareness of your surroundings, of the present surroundings that other people that aren't aware of or can't see. I don't know if maybe some of you can see things that others can't, something like auras, spirits, angels, anything like that, because I do see a very active third eye, and that can manifest in different ways and different abilities for some of you. But I mean, and this is a what makes you special reading, so some of you have very, very special and very unique abilities in that sense, connected to this third eye, to this inner vision. Ginseng as well, so that this third eye energies could also represent actual intelligence. So I do feel like a lot of you, what makes you special is your actual intelligence. I don't know if some of you, maybe you're like academically intelligent, mathematically intelligent, or I am getting something about well-educated, well-read for some of you. I don't know if some of you also have advanced degrees or are pursuing advanced degrees, but I do feel like your intelligence is special and should be utilized. I'm also getting specifically maybe something to do with like plants, plant medicine, herbal remedies, things like that. You might have special knowledge. It might just be that what's special about you, group 2, is some sort of special knowledge that you hold, or even specialized, even like an earthly field. Like you could be specialized knowledge in literature or medicine or law, whatever it is. I do feel like what makes you special is some sort of really in-depth knowledge in some kind of field. It could even be sewing or knitting for some of you. But let's see. I have a lot of other things here. So from the Animal Spirit Oracle, we have the Firefly. I feel like there's also this Jack of all trades kind of energy here. I feel like you might have really specialized knowledge in one area, but it's like not the only thing you're good at. Some of you might just be good at anything you try. Like that is just a natural ability of yours. Anything you try, you're good at, and you pick up pretty easily, pretty quickly. Some of you might be good at your hands, very dexterous. Like we might have some musicians in this group. Maybe that's why I was getting sewing and knitting and crocheting, fine finger work. So dexterity can be used in a lot of different ways as well, like musicians, like I said. But I just feel like you're so multifaceted, group 2. I'm sorry if this reading is coming across as chaotic. I'm trying to pinpoint all these different things, but it seems like one of the things that makes you special is that you are multifaceted. I mean, look at the wheel on this ginseng card. It's like so many different areas that you have so much talent, so much skill, and so much ability. And I keep hearing Gandalf. Maybe it's just because this guy looks like Gandalf. But I feel like it's maybe the wisdom of that character that's coming through. Let's see here. We also have Dandelion with humility. Oh, that's wonderful. And we have Blackberry with adaptation. So yeah, adaptation, you are adaptable because basically anything you try, you're good at. You're just good at everything you try. And I feel like One of the things that is special about you is that you are willing to try new things. You're adaptable, you're flexible, and you kind of want to make your life very full with a lot of different things that you're trying. And with humility here, that's, you don't let your talent, your knowledge, your education, you don't let it get to your head. You don't have a big ego about it. And I feel like a lot of people with your gifts and abilities and talents probably would have a big ego about it, because it seems like you are very intelligent, very skilled, very talented, but you still remain humble despite that, which is amazing. And then your rune here, we have Urus. So Urus is about like your chi, like your prana, like this life force kind of energy that flows through your physical body. So I feel like one of the things that it's trying to talk about here is your ability to manifest through the physical, through your physical body. It feels like you're very good at manifesting and channeling these physical life force energies. For some of you, this could be through practicing witchcraft, I'm specifically getting, but I mean, this could all, I do feel like for a lot of you, this is shown through athleticism. Some of you might be really athletic, really talented in some kind of sport or sports or gymnastics or dancing or yoga or something like that. And you're very good at channeling physical energies through your body. And for some of you, that is through your hands as well. And I think that's why I was getting like dexterity through the fingers. So some of you, you're very good at channeling those energies through into a musical instrument or through some type of art you're creating or knitting. But physical channeling, some of you are just very good manifestors. Like you have a very strong ability to manifest whatever it is you want through the physical, through the 3D. And if you haven't really practiced that or tried working on that, it's a very strong natural ability that you have, and you're being encouraged to develop that if you haven't. I feel like some of you are very strong manifestors because you're very good at well, as Neville Goddard put it, living in the end, right? So living in the end result, manifesting from living in the future. Because I'm getting like I think this was Jeff Bezos that said this, but he says somebody like him said that they live 2 years in the future all the time. And so I feel like maybe that's something that you do practice. Like you live in the end of what it is you're trying to manifest, or you're living in the future in order to create that future, literally. And some of you are very good at this. And if that's not something you've practiced, it is a natural ability you have that you can explore. Well, one of your natural abilities, right, group 2, because kind of the point of this reading is that you are very multifaceted. You can do many things, and you can do many things very well. So I have some traits and qualities right here. I'm going to pull a few of these to get a little bit more detail, and then we will move into some actual tarot cards for this tarot reading. Okay, Spirit, tell us more about what is special about... Oh, that was a lot. What is special about group 2? Did not even mean for all those to fall out. Okay, so we have fashionable. So for a lot of you, it is how you dress might be really special, might be really unique. You might express yourself really creatively through your clothing. Or just very good at keeping up with trends and staying fashionable. We have calming. We have accurate. I feel like you're very focused is kind of something I'm hearing here. You're very focused. Like when you might have a tendency to explore a lot of different things just because you have a lot of different interests and a lot of talents. But it's like when you really get interested in something, you're very good at diving really deep into it and going really deep and staying very, very focused on that. Some of you might also be really disciplined. Okay, we have flexible. Of course, we have flexible. I mean, that goes along with this multifaceted, jack of all trades, adaptable energy that I've already been talking about. Some of you might also be very physically flexible as well, though, with the Urus here, because you do have a talent where you can channel that prana energy, that chi energy through your body. And for some of you, that will manifest as flexibility or athleticism. This could be yoga and gymnastics specifically for a lot of you. We have patient. Again, this diligence, dedication. Even if you don't feel like you're very good at dedication or consistency, I feel like you have a strong aptitude for it. And you know you can be dedicated when you really are focused and want something. When you have a goal in mind, you absolutely can draw upon that natural dedication and consistency that I feel like you are kind of prone to. We have wholesome, and I just heard moral. So some of you have a really strong moral compass that makes you very special. We have optimistic. Again, this is that future focus. You're very good at living in the future, knowing the future will be bright, knowing the future will be good. You're very good at keeping a solid, steady focus, and you can use this to manifest, okay? Because it is that focus and that optimism paired together that helps us manifest the things that we can deliberately into our lives. We have enthusiastic, which goes right along with optimistic. I also feel like some of you just have a really positive, encouraging, and inspiring energy around you that other people are kind of drawn to, that might be a bit magnetic. Okay, we have conscientious. Yes, that's like wholesome, moral. You guys have a strong moral compass. And maybe I'm hearing that because this wheel is also kind of looking like a compass to me now. Strong moral compass, which is really important here on Earth, right? Because there's a lot of immoral things that happen, and it feels like you are always kind of connected to your North Star. You know right from wrong, and you're very certain about what is moral, what is ethical. And we have warm. So yes, definitely a warm, enthusiastic demeanor that you have that I feel like other people, they are drawn to it, as I was saying. So let's pull some actual tarot cards now. So Spirit, anything else you'd like to add? What is special about group 2? We have the Two of Swords. I just heard sleeping on your talents. So some of you might have a lot of abilities that you are sleeping on. And I feel like you know this. You just need to be reminded, right? Because there are so many different things that you are good at, that you're capable of, that you're talented of. And some of you might be living in some level of fear that's causing you fear or procrastination, chronic anxiety, something like that, that is preventing you from actually acting on your talents, developing your potential, but it's absolutely there. Some of you might be dealing with a lot of self-doubt, and maybe that's what's blocking it. We have the Seven of Swords. Both of those came out in group 1. Different context, though. It's like you have a lot of capability for strategy and discipline, but again, I just heard sleeping on your talents. So some of you aren't quite acting on that, and I do feel like it's some level of fear or self-doubt that's holding that back. And you might have to just kind of push through that fear or self-doubt in order to manifest this potential, in order to live from these talents, because you're very talented, group 2. You're very multifaceted in so many ways. You're talented in some sort of physical way, using your physical body. You're talented mentally. We have ginseng here. You're very intelligent. You're capable of so much. So don't let these self-doubts, don't let them lie to you. Don't let them hold you back. I also just heard something about the god Odin that might be relevant to some of you. Let's see, we have the Two of Cups. I feel like you also have, with flexible here too, you have a really strong ability to get along well with a variety of different people. I feel like you can blend in well to different situations. I feel like you're very likable. We have the King of Wands here, so very charismatic as well. Some of you might have Leo ascendant, or you might be being asked to draw upon some qualities of Leo if you're resonating with this message of self-doubt or anxiety about pursuing some of your gifts and talents. Because Leo is good about that. So especially as I'm filming this, we are about to enter Leo season. So, I mean, if you're watching this when I upload it, maybe use the energies of that Leo season to maybe manifest breaking through those internal blocks and barriers and self-doubt. Anything else, Spirit? We have the Three of Cups. Yes, so the ability to get along with a big variety of different people. You have a lot of charisma, even if you don't feel like it. You're very magnetic, group 2. And one last card, please. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like it doesn't take you as long to master skills as it takes other people. Because like I was saying, you pick things up really quickly. You're just kind of good at everything you try. So just keep that in mind. Don't let that hold you back. You are so good at things, and I feel like you really, really underestimate yourself. And if you find that a lot of other people in your life might be underestimating you, that might be a manifestation of your own self-doubt and insecurities, which should not be there. You are so talented in so many ways. You are so smart, and you are so capable, group 2. But anyway, that is what I have for you. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up. If not, feel free to give it a thumbs down. If you're new here and you liked this pick a card reading and you like pick a card tarot readings in general, please consider subscribing. If you like my vibe, you are very welcome here. I make a lot of pick a card tarot readings on a variety of topics, which you can find categorized under the playlist tab on my channel page, so go check those out if you are interested. But just remember that no matter what question you're asking and no matter what answer any tarot reading gives you, the ultimate answer to any question in this universe is love. So just always remember that. And again, thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye. Hi, group 3, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose the Polished Petrified Coral today. Thank you so much for being here. So the topic for today's reading is what makes you special. So let's get started. Okay. Oh, I'm almost falling off my chair. Okay. I did want to say right before we started this reading, I was tuning into your energy, and I'm suddenly feeling so scatterbrained. Sorry, group 3. If you feel scatterbrained sometimes, don't worry about that. That's part of your charm. Or if you feel ditzy or anything like that, it's part of your charm. It's part of what makes you cute. It's part of what makes you spontaneous, and it's part of what makes you fun. So if you ever feel like insecure or bad about that, don't. It's one of the reasons people like you, and it's one of the things that makes you feel special. But that's not what I was about to say. I was tuning into your energy, and one of your gifts that makes you special is you have an ability to live magically. So by that I mean you have a tendency to, or an ability to really align with the divine, align with your higher self, align with your intuition so well that you manifest a lot of synchronicity and a lot of things working out just perfectly or kind of magically or inexplicably. And so I feel like a lot of you who chose this group, that is something that you encounter a lot. You might encounter a lot of synchronicities, and it's because you have this ability to align so well. You're very, very connected to the divine and to your source and to yourself. And if you don't feel like you manifest a lot of magic around you, a lot of synchronicity, I do feel like that is something that you can tap into, and it's something that will come easy for you if you try. Anyway, but okay, let's jump into reading. I think I'm going to start with your rune. I did that last for the other groups. So we have Kenas. I just feel like everything in this group, it's just kind of a little bit different from the last two groups. So some of you, group 3, might resonate with being maybe a bit of an outsider or a bit different. Maybe you just feel very different from people around you in general. some of you might resonate with being an outcast, or just being different, always the different one in your family, or the different one in your group of friends, or your place of work, in any group of people. You just kind of feel particularly unique, particularly different. But anyway, so Kenaz is a rune of craft. So what makes you special, group 3? One of these things is potentially what you do for work. You might be particularly good at what you do for your career, or this could be a hobby or something that you make that you're specifically good at. And I feel like it did, whatever this is that it's talking about, it's something that took you a long time to develop. Okay, so you put a lot of dedication and effort into becoming very good at this. For some of you, I'm hearing nutrition for some reason. So some of you might even be nutritionists, crafting, hobbies, Etsy. I'm seeing like various homemade handcrafted things that could be sold on Etsy. Things like that. But this could also, like I said, just be dedication in your career. Some of you might be experts or working towards becoming experts in your field. Lucky. Some of you might be lucky in that way. But okay, let's see your other cards here. From the Norse mythology oracle, we have Thiassi, which says aging, maturing, and healing. Okay. Oblong? I don't know what that means. So from the herbal astrology oracle, we have 10, which is mugwort, and it says psychic healing. So that's so interesting because we have healing. Both of these cards say healing. So what makes you special, group 3, is your ability to heal. I mean, for some of you with the Kenas here, you could be actual healers in the medical field, or you could work in a healing profession. I see some Reiki here. Could be some form of spiritual healing, herbal holistic healing, something like that. So it just seems you have an ability to heal people. For some of you, it's something that you studied and you practice, and or you make money doing it, or it's just a natural gift. Maybe some of you have a natural ability to heal. And I see someone clearing out someone else's like third eye, like junk from it, with Reiki. Very specifically, I know that's a real specific message here, but you have this ability to bring clarity to those around you. We also, from the herbal astrology, we have number 30, which is Echinacea, which says destiny. But isn't this herb, isn't it used for like immune system support? So it's like also a form of like preventative kind of medicine, which is also healing. So definitely something about you is very healing, and that's what makes you special. And I'm not quite picking up on exactly what that is, because it might just be unique to every individual who chose this group, but we might get some more detail in the tarot as well when we get to that. Moon phases, so craft, moon. Some of you might resonate with actually practicing witchcraft or magic or something like that, in a dedicated way, not just like manifesting with your mind. Some of you might actually have rituals and practices in regards to that. Infinite. Okay, so from the Animal Spirit Oracle, we have the Lamb, and from my other Oracle deck, we have Moral, which says regenerate, which is regeneration. That's another form of healing. So something about your healing energy, your healing abilities is what makes you special. And I also feel like this lamb's presence is so healing as well, because lambs are associated with purity, and maybe that's kind of what I'm seeing, is you have this ability to almost project purity and healing energy onto an intended target and help fix it, help heal it. If that kind of makes sense. This is kind of a hard one for me to read, group 3. I hope it's making sense. I feel like some of this is like it's just so special and so unique to you that it's hard for me to read in a group setting. I feel like I'm also getting something like about somatic healing. Some of you might actually work with the physical body and how it relates to emotions in some way. Or some of you might have the ability to just trigger emotions in others so that they can be released. Because with the moral here, this is like decomposing old stuff. You might have an ability to help people process bad things that are stuck inside of them and help clear it out, right? Because I see what you're doing. You're clearing things. You are creating purity. You're cleaning things up. I mean, in a very physical, mundane sense, I guess this could be you're good at keeping things clean. Some of you might be a little bit of quote-unquote neat freaks, very organized, just very clean. You might be really clean in your appearance as well. But let's see what else we can get here. So I do have some traits and qualities here that I want to pull a few of these, and then we will move on to some actual tarot cards for you, group of 3. But Spirit, what else? What else makes group number 3 special? Those who chose group number 3. Let's see if any of these even want to be picked up. There's something like really special about you that's like maybe ineffable, like we can't quite put it into words. Okay, so we have honest, which makes so much sense with this purity energy coming through, right? It's almost like group 3, you're like one of those people that's like, lies don't make sense to you. Like, it doesn't make sense that people can lie. For some of you, it might even be that you don't understand a lot of social cues that seem a little bit dishonest to you. I feel like you're just, you're pure, you're honest, you are clear, you're direct, you're straightforward, if that kind of makes sense. Some of you might resonate with being like on the spectrum, not all of you though. We have constructive. So this is going back to, you have this ability to clear out all the bad stuff. So something new, pure, and better can be built. We have reliability, so you're very reliable, group 3. We have modest. It's going back to this purity energy I was talking about. Also getting some humility from that. I mean, lambs also strike me as very humble, very peaceful as well. Then we have interesting. That's kind of how I've been feeling about this whole reading. It's like, it's so interesting. It's so unique. I have a hard time putting the words to this. I feel like you also have a lot of maybe what could be considered unique or offbeat kind of interests that maybe you feel like you kind of have to keep to yourself because like nobody in your life can really relate to it, or you can't really talk to anybody about it because you think it's a little bit weird or a little bit offbeat or something like that. Like the other people in your life just couldn't relate to a lot of your interests or to even how you think. Like how you think seems to be different from everybody around you. For some of you, you might have abnormal sleeping patterns that aren't quite stable or normal. Some of you might resonate more with being like a night owl when most people around you are morning people. That's just an example, of course. But I do feel like there's something about nighttime that you do kind of resonate with. Some of you might really strongly resonate with the moon or the stars. Stars could be, you're into astrology as well. Some of you might be strong astrologers. But I'm going to pull some tarot now. So, Spirit, let's see. Can you tell us more about, I'm still feeling kind of this scatterbrained energy. Spirit, can you tell us more about what makes group 3 special? Okay, we have the Fool, which is, again, that pure energy coming back. Card 0, fresh starts, purity, healing. I feel like you are very good at helping others come to fresh starts, you're very good at removing toxicity. The Fool is also kind of this free-spirited energy. You might really be drawn to move a lot, to travel a lot. We have Temperance. Balancing light and dark. You're like a master of that. You're a master of channeling the light and the dark towards healing, high vibrational purposes. We have Strength. I feel like there's a lot of power that comes from the silence that you keep as well, because I feel like you are a strong silent type, which can come across as a bit mysterious to the people around you, but I do feel like that's kind of a big part of your energy. And what makes you special is the strength, or the what do I want to say, the power in your silence. Like, you can communicate a lot just through your silence, if that kind of makes sense. We have the Hermit. Some of you might, I was saying that like in the beginning, some of you might really resonate with being an outsider in some way. Some of you might be more of loners, more introverted, that kind of thing, and not quite fitting in with everybody around you, but I feel like you kind of like it that way. You like being on maybe your solo journey because it provides you peace, it provides you insight, psychological insight specifically. It allows you to live your life on your own terms as well. Might be Myers-Briggs. I feel like whatever your Myers-Briggs type is, you have an N in there. You might be an NF or an NT. Let's see. We have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you might have a tendency to keep to yourself, and it's not like you're withholding yourself selfishly. I feel like a lot of you know that you need to protect your energy because these healing gifts you have, people might try to take advantage of those, but I feel like you just like your own peace. You like being with yourself, you like your own mind, and you kind of just enjoy your own company is kind of what I'm getting. But anyway, that's what I have for you, group 3. I hope this resonated. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. If not, feel free to give it a thumbs down. If you're new here and you liked this reading and you like pick a card tarot readings in general, please consider subscribing. If you like me and my reading style and my vibe and all that, you are of course welcome here. And if you like pick a card tarot readings, I make a lot of different readings on this channel on a variety of topics, which you can find categorized under the playlist tab on my channel page. So go check those out if you are interested. But anyway, just remember that no matter what question you're asking and no matter what answer any tarot reading gives you, the ultimate answer to any question in this universe is love. So just always remember that. And again, thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!